thousands of North Texas students are probably relaxing this weekend after heading back to class this week, but now would actually be the perfect time to start talking to your kids about making good money decisions. Here with his always practical advice is our money and business expert, Derek Kenny. Good morning, Derek. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you, Morgan. Always fun to see you.
I know, it's been a minute, and we're talking about something very important. How young is too young to start teaching your kids about money?
Well, let me give you a practical example that every parent, especially young parents or those with grandkids, can use. Put out 10 pieces of their favorite candy, and let's play the candy money game. And I'm going to give you 10 pieces. You give me back 3. And they're going to say, why? Well, that's called taxes. Well, now we're down to 7. Then we're going to take one piece of candy and put that in the giving category, one in the investing category. And suddenly now, out of 10 pieces of candy, you've got 5 to work with. These are practical, visual ways, even at a young age, to teach kids about how money, taxes, and savings actually works, and they get to eat the rest of the candy themselves.
Okay, so as soon as they're able to start conceptualizing the magic that is candy, we can get into it.
Exactly right.
Love it. All right, now you say that we should teach our kids to be investors, not just spenders. What do you mean by that?
Well, culture today says your status is based on what you own or what you wear or the toys that you have. And so many people think, I've just got to accumulate stuff, which means I need to spend to really build my self-worth. But instead of you want to build your net worth, you want to be you want to be somebody who saves money, but also invests money. The key here for so many people is not just spending it, but how do we invest it so your money is working as hard for you as you worked for it. And by the way, one of the biggest things that parents think holds them back is, Derek, I'm not good with money. I have a lot of credit card debt. I basically am failing financially. You can walk alongside your kids and simply say, let's learn together how to be better with money.
That is such good advice and something that could obviously pay off and maybe generationally for a family. You know, you also say that it's important to teach your kids to be creators of money, not just receivers of it. What does that look like in real life?
Well, here's a painful lesson that we learned in COVID that most people weren't expecting, that people with the college degrees, the good jobs, the safe benefits, everything on the outside looks successful, but suddenly whole thousands of people losing their jobs. And so what I tell people is, yes, it's good to have a salary job, but you want to be able to get bonuses, but start a side hustle. Start a side business that you own that nobody can take away except you. And the way to do this is ask yourself 3 questions. What is it that people naturally pay you for that you're good at? What is a problem you can solve? And what makes you say it could be better? And is there an easier, simpler way for you to create something low cost so you make money and then you own that and nobody owns it for you?
That's so good. Okay, last question for you. As a parent, you know, this can kind of be a pain point maybe, and I know you referenced a little bit of this earlier. What is the biggest mistake you think that parents are making when it comes to talking to kids about money?
Oh, Morgan, this is so good. You put me on the soapbox right here.
Uh-oh.
Lectures over lessons. So many parents, and I was guilty of this as well. I want to tell you a lesson. Here's what I tell you. If you want to make one point with your kids, even today, after the moment this segment is over, say to your kids, hey, let me tell you how I really screwed up with money. And then they will listen like, oh my gosh, mom or dad really screwed up. This is going to be really, really good. So your kids learn more from your mistakes than what you think have to be your perfect lessons. Remember, parenting is not about perfection, just about being honest and open, because one day your kids are going to make those same mistakes and you want them to realize that's normal, but you learn from those mistakes.
Oh, that is so good. Derek Kenny, always making us smarter about our finances and our children's finances. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday. Enjoy the rest
My
of your
pleasure.
weekend.
Thank you, Morgan. You too.
We'll be right back.